finding a purpose in the work we do or the way that we spend our time which resonates deeply with who we think we are is an essential part of knowing who we are. That in a way, if you don't know what you can do, you don't really know what you might be. Human talent, human ability, like the world's natural resources, is often buried deep. It's not just lying around on the surface. You have to go looking for it. And that's why I think so many people don't know what their talents are, because they've never actually come upon them yet. One of the things that stops us doing what we might want to do is our own self-censorship. A fear that we'll fall flat on our face, that, well, me, I'm not even entitled to it. A second, I think, is other people's attitudes, friends and family, often well-intentioned. There are all forms of tacit disapproval that prevent us moving forward. It can be the raised eyebrow of a friend, or a group culture. What, you, seriously? What, you would do that? Oh, well, okay. Or cultural constraints about the roles of women or the communities. So I'm not trying to say that this is easy, but I'm saying it's essential, and that there are things we can do, particularly in the systematic process that we put forward through education and organisation of communities, that can assist it. The old model is predicated on a particular view of intelligence and talent, and I think for the future we need to evolve systems of education and of organisational planning and of community development which are based on a model of diversity rather than of conformity. We still run our education systems as if life is linear. We run them as if it's mechanistic. This is one of the reasons so many things get phased out of education, because people say, well, you'll never get a job if you do that. Education is not a mechanistic process, and organisations are not mechanisms. If you look at the management chart of most organisations, it looks like a wiring diagram. And it all kind of suggests that these are like mechanisms, and they're not. Human life and human communities are much more like organisms, in the sense that we flourish under certain conditions and we fade under certain conditions, and our success is always synergistic with our environment. It is about human flourishing. But it's also about recognising that education and our communities are part of cultures and they're not independent and insulated from them. But at the heart of it, the elemental bit of it, is a different conception of human possibility, that finding your passion does change everything.